Welcome back, my friends. Excuse me, just clearing my throat. We're back on the uriah journey. Now we're up to our third album, and this came out in 1971. And it might look like a mirror because it's Look at Yourself. And this started to look like the lineup what was going to be, because Lee's joined them as well. So it's Keith Harris Lee on the organ and piano and guitar and acoustic guitar, vocals. Mick Box on guitar, acoustic guitar, and I think he's on vocals. And then Dave Brown on lead vocals. And then you've got Paul Newton on bass guitar. And then we've got Lee on drums, but he's not mentioned on this part, but his picture's on there, as you can see him over here. That's Lee, because he become their original their permanent drummer. So as we run through the tracks, we have got Look at Yourself, what was the title track, I Want to Be Free, July Morning, and that's the first three tracks on side one. And then you got Tears in Her Eyes, Shadow of Grey, I think, What Should I Do, and Love Machine. Now, this started to look like the uriah heep of the 70s and that, and the band started to come together. The lineup was nearly there. There was only one person hadn't joined yet, the group and that. And this is the record, with a write-up about its tenure. So much has happened since the recording of Salisbury that this feels more like a note for the first album than our third. Our first American tour has had a special mention cherished because of the encouragement effect on the band as a whole. It was in that way a fresh of our meaning reflects of influence and a very violent experience. So we have such an established our music direction now, and a positive of recording was more clearly defined, released in such very extreme sessions. Many new influences were revealed, and the message is there's about all it's the music that improves to us all. Look at Yourself open side one, and is also our first worldwide single. Fingers crossed. So they released that. So this came out in 1971, and this is like a write-up by Keith Hensley, their keyboardist and that. They was I think they was on tour with Man for Man, so that helped them to establish themselves in America. And this was their successful album with the Moog synthesizers, and it started the way that they started to work at, and their influence on their music started to come through. And this album was the breakout album. The other two was good, but it hadn't hit the right chord and that, and it hadn't got to the right places. But when they did Look at Yourself and this album, this was the album what started people to wake up and think, Uriah Heep, we've got to listen to them. There's something different. So this is the look of the album, a bit of write-up about it. And as you can see, it's like a mirror and that. And the pictures of them with them all. And this is their third successful album and that. And this has started the actual breakout of their music and that. And I hope you enjoy my little chat about Uriah Heep's third album. Look at Yourself. There's more to come as I gradually work through. There's one what I've already done what was out of order, but I won't review that again. But now for the ratings. I haven't done my ratings yet. So Look at Yourself. That's got to be a 9.5. I Want to Be Free. That's 7. July Morning. That's an 8. Tears in My Eyes. That's got to be a 9.5. Shadows Are Grey. That's a 7. What Should I Do? That's an 8. Love Machine. That's got to be a 8.5. And overall, I give this an 8 overall. But this started, you could see the way they was going and that. And with Dave's vocals started to, really get into the songs and that. And this is my look of a Uriah Heep's third album. And I hope you enjoy this little chat about their third album, and there'll be more to come next time. So I'll say a fond farewell. And whenever you watch this, morning, noon and night, I hope you are safe and well. Take care of your loved ones, your friends and colleagues. And till the next time, I'll catch you on the flip side for more Uriah Heep.